Hello, and welcome to another lesson on Advanced Project Management. This lesson on Advanced Project Management Fundamentals will cover the procurement management processes. The processes within project procurement management include the following: plan procurement management, documenting project procurement decisions, specifying the approach, and identifying potential sellers. Conduct procurement, obtain seller responses, select a seller, and award a contract. Control procurement, manage procurement relationships, monitor contract performance, make changes and corrections as appropriate, and close out contracts. Although these procurement processes are presented as distinct with defined interfaces, in practice, they can be intricate, interacting with each other and with processes in other knowledge areas. Potential vendors are invited to submit bids once the decision to acquire goods or services is reached. When dealing with a large and complex system that necessitates design work or intellectual input, the standard solicitation method is through a request for proposal, RFP. A request for quotation, RFQ, is employed for well-defined or straightforward items to seek a simple price quote. Acceptance of a bid leads to formalizing a contract with content and conditions. In hardware procurement cases, the contract specifies the point at which the supplier relinquishes responsibility for damage or loss, transferring it to the buyer. Procurement management, as a specialized function, demands legal and contract administration expertise. In some organizations, this responsibility is delegated to a dedicated procurement division. The initial phase of procurement planning involves estimating the requirements for procured goods, work, or services, GWS, essential for the project. The WBS process involves identifying procured items, either through detailed planning of resources for specific work packages or by recognizing the necessity to outsource entire work packages. In the former scenario, managers for each work package identify materials or work that must be procured. In contrast, in the latter case, managers acknowledge that significant portions of the project need outsourcing. Project planning for procured GWS items should mirror the attention given to internal project aspects. Therefore, the plan must address responsibilities, budgeting, quality considerations, and risks associated with procured items. Logistics encompasses all aspects related to transporting and storing materials for the project. In projects with significant materials, issues such as loading, unloading, transportation, inspection, clearances, approvals, and material storage can become considerable challenges. The precise timing of material arrivals is crucial to align with the project's phases. Timeliness is paramount. Late arrivals can lead to project delays, while early arrivals pose problems. When it is not feasible to schedule goods, work, or services, GWS items to arrive just in time, arrangements must be made to store and safeguard them until their planned use. Several significant software tools, risk management, processes, logistics, and technology trends are shaping project success rates across various industries. Notable trends and emerging practices in project procurement management encompass: advances in tools. There has been substantial progress in developing tools for project procurement and implementation phases. Online procurement tools now offer a centralized platform for buyers to advertise procurements and sellers to access and complete procurement documents online. More advanced risk management. A growing trend in risk management involves crafting contracts that precisely allocate specific risks to entities best equipped to manage them. Changing contracting processes. Many megaprojects involve international contracts with multiple contractors from various countries. Collaborative procurement processes between contractors and clients are increasingly common, aiming to capitalize on discounts through quantity purchases or other considerations. Logistics and supply chain management. The emphasis on managing the supply chain includes identifying primary and backup sources of supplies. Some countries require international contractors to source a minimum percentage of materials locally. Technology and stakeholder relations. Publicly funded projects face increased scrutiny, leading to the use of technology, such as web cameras, to enhance stakeholder communications. Webcams installed on sites provide periodic updates on a publicly accessible website, allowing stakeholders to monitor project progress. Trial engagements. Some projects opt for trial engagements by involving several candidate sellers for initial deliverables on a paid basis before committing to a more significant portion of the project's scope. This approach accelerates momentum, enabling the buyer to evaluate potential partners while making progress on project work simultaneously. Given the unique nature of each project, the project manager may need to customize the application of project procurement management processes. Considerations for tailoring include complexity of procurement. Assess whether there is a single primary procurement or multiple procurements occurring at different times with different sellers, adding complexity to the procurement process. Physical location. Evaluate the geographic proximity of buyers and sellers. Governance and regulatory environment. Examine the alignment of local laws and regulations concerning procurement activities with the organization's procurement policies. Availability of contractors. Determine if capable contractors can perform the required work. In agile environments, specific sellers may be engaged to extend the team, fostering a collaborative working relationship. This collaboration can lead to a shared risk procurement model where both the buyer and the seller share in the risks and rewards associated with the project. For larger projects employing an adaptive approach for some deliverables and a more stable approach for others, a governing agreement such as a Master Services Agreement, MSA, may be used for the overall engagement. The adaptive work can then be detailed in an appendix or supplement, allowing changes to occur in the adaptive scope without impacting the general contract. This is the end of this segment of our lesson. This course is presented to you by South Europe College. Thank you for listening and see you on our next lesson.